Fuck it. We're doing it live.
We're live, baby.
Halfway home. Are you pacing yourself? Or did you sprint through the first half and now you're winded?
I'm edging.
I've been edging since page 2.
Just an absolute Ruocchio gooner over here.
Man, he must love listening to this show.
Oh, I can't wait for that to be our pitch for him to come on for an interview.
As we record this, I think we're a day out from the old release gala.
Yeah, I'm seeing some really angry Reddit comments that don't understand time zones.
Oh, what happened there?
It's like, it is the 18th of November. I am in India. Where is the book? Like,
where
sorry.
in the quantum foam is the fucking book? I saw one funny post on Reddit that was like, I had an amazing time at the gala. However, my hotel is very loud. I was like, oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this gala was sick.
Dude, I loved the Cielcin cosplayers.
I know. They looked good. They looked really cool.
And it made me very happy for Ruocchio to see all of his fans out there supporting him.
I know. He deserves it.
Good for the boy. Good for the boy.
He's done a hell of a thing. It's not easy to have 7 popular books.
Chunky books. And I don't know. It's kind of sick, too. He's built such a distinct thing that you can actually cosplay it, and I can look at it and be like, oh, there's old Hadrian. There's the half-mortal.
Look at that crooked Marlowe smile.
The cosplayer just walking around. Like, did you have a stroke? No, it's the crooked Marlowe smile.
Oh man, but yeah, I'm proud of him. I'm excited. It's cool to be in the actual like release days for something like this. I can't remember being more hyped for a book since I guess Wind and Truth. But
talk about edging. Yikes.
Yeah. Oh, yikes.
I was positing the theory that Sanderson knows Wind and Truth was bad and is like really going to take his time on his next book.
Except he has like 4 books.
Except he's published 4, but yeah. But my theory is he's going to slow down on old Ghost Bloods era 3 and really try to rein in his worst tendencies.
It could be. On the other hand, I have Isles of the Ember Dark sitting on my shelf that I forgot about until tonight.
Oh, yeah. I want to read that.
Which we should read.
Yeah. You know what's fucking crazy is I feel like I think he's writing the era 3 stuff kind of all at once. But it seems like he's given himself as much time to write that as he gave himself to write Wind and Truth. And that ain't right. He really...
That's not right. Oh, I hope he slows down.
There was some Reddit post that said, like, I can't give you an exact number, but basically they were like, it was 6 months from when he finished his first draft to when the book came out. It's like, oh, that's not enough. Like
No.
For a book of that length? I know he has a big-ass team, but still. And it felt like
he's too powerful. He needs an editor he needs a chantry to be his editor, you know? You have to have these powers checked.
He needs a J.K. Simmons-esque, cruel but ultimately caring drum teacher to tell him to stop doing puns.
Not quite my tempo.
And talking about Shalon, Sil's Chul.
Sil's Chul.
The Sil Fussy needed to be left on the cutting room. Dude, anyways, enough Stormlight.
I want a Chul burger. That's what I want.
Crab cakes. Should we talk about Sut?
Let's go Sut. We're doing chapters 23 to 46, which is actually shockingly consistent. I didn't realize we had split it perfectly in half, but good job,
We're
us.
Like you can set your watch to us.
Yeah.
We don't have a bit today because Travis is coming in with the worst energy I've seen yet on the show, and I am yet again working way too much. So, but we did. I think next time, we're going to come at you with bad fanfic ideas for Sun Eater.
Yes.
Unless Travis thinks that's too much work.
No, I think it's exciting. We're going to be pitching our fanfic set in the Sun Eater universe.
Not good ideas.
No, terrible ideas.
That doesn't interest me. No, thank you.
Fully cancelable ideas.
Okay. But readers, no one's reading this. This is a podcast. Listeners, If you have any bad fanfic ideas, truly, we would love to hear them. So please reach out.
Yes, please.
Okay.
And as we're covering this, we're doing it live. We've read half the book. You've probably read half the book if you're tuning into this. Let us know what you're excited about. Let us know what your predictions are. Let us know what we haven't covered, because we're going to do 2 more episodes as fast as we can.
Yeah.
And get those out. So we're pumping. We're going through it.
Travis is pumping. Travis is edging. This is good stuff. Do you want to hit him with the summary?
I think we got to kick it off with that. Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you I'm going to put on a metronome. Click, 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 beep.
We're off to see the Emperor. But first, we're going to talk to side characters from other books for 5 minutes. Turns out Hadrian was a terrible mentor because Alexander is a total prick. Basanderlin is now an old, decrepit man with a kink for his man-god Hadrian, and the entire rest of Imperial forces wants to kill Hadrian on the spot. We somehow never see the Emperor, who conveniently has the plague, despite being the whole reason for this side quest. Hadrian assembles a motley crew that will 1,000% all die as he goes to blow up some Cielcin, with one surprise stowaway. Cielcin can't get enough of her bad boy Hadrian, and he finally ends the 300-year no-nut November he's been participating in. The best pirate I've ever seen, Orphan, whips the demiurge out of warp and lays into Cielcin worldships with an arsenal of physics-bending space weaponry. Despite Hadrian's willingness to kill millions of people, he refuses to sacrifice 3,000 Switch lookalikes and ends up planetside on a rescue mission. Creepy parasite Doriaika shows up and it's god fight time. They bend space and time around them, literally stomping on planets and romping across the universe, before Hadrian makes a narrow escape, but not before Cassandra dies, somehow doesn't die, and then gets body snatched by Ushara. Hadrian is now more committed to genocide than ever before, and marches off to the trap he has set for the Cielcin at Gadadin. On the way over, we're treated to the answer to why there aren't more Birdo-Cielcin buddy sequences, and a completely unnecessary birth sequence that leaves us wondering how Hadrian feels about the whole nature versus nurture debate. Yay!
Well done. That was nice, tight. I like that.
That's pretty tight.
That was.
I mean, to be honest, it felt like a lot happened, but plot-wise, not a lot really happened in this section. I gotta say.
Not really. Not compared to the... Yeah, because I wrote the summary for the last one, and goddamn was there a lot to shove in there.
Yes.
Many lore corners, many separate fights. Weapons corner, which I think is a big hit. I know no one's listened to the episode right now, but I feel like it was a hit.
It was a hit for me.
Yeah, you were good.
This was like lore cabinet, astrology. This is like lore cabinet and weapons. Lore drawer? Like munition crates. Like, I don't know. We're not the palace level this episode.
No. Just no. Compared to Disquiet Gods, Lore Chamber. No, this is nothing. God. Where do you want to start? We could start with Alexander because we'll be done talking about him in 20 seconds. He's a little fuck. Yeah. I don't like him.
He's so annoying.
He stinks.
To me, he took the complete opposite character development of Lorien, where Lorien became more and more likable and nuanced and interesting. Yeah. And Alexander has gotten less nuanced as these books have gone on. And he's now like a childhood schoolyard bully.
He stinks. I feel like we complained about this when he was introduced. There's a bit of a Cassandra syndrome where he was actually 40, but he acted 12. Yeah, now he's 400. He's 400 and he'd still be acting 12.
He was so mean. He like making fun of, I don't know, these ad hominem attacks. Who is this guy? Should be smarter.
Everything below the belt with Alexander. It's funny because I've watched a few spoiler-free reviews of the book, and not a one has failed to note that there is a certain character who is very annoying. And usually not said in a bad way. They're like, this guy drove me crazy, but they seem to suggest it was in an umbrage way. Right now, he's just frustrating me, but I do feel like there is a lot more Alexander to come, because a thing we probably should have seen coming, cancer.
Yes.
We wondered why the Emperor... We
wondered why the Emperor wasn't showing up places. while he was stuck on a screen. Yeah, I gotta be honest, man. I forgot that there was intergalactic cancer for like a whole
Is
book.
it ever gonna matter that much? I mean, I guess if it kills off the Emperor, it's pretty big. It is funny that they just keep thawing and unthawing him. They're like, quick question. Okay, back on ice.
And it's gotta make you feel bad if you're Hadrian. You're like, ooh, was it really that important that I talked to him?
Yeah.
He did actually. That was the thing, is like, he got set up to be such a pivotal decision maker, and all of these actions that Hadrian was taking, and like the recruitment of imperial forces, and he didn't end up mattering at all. So it felt a little silly. I don't know.
I think what matters at this point is Hadrian having a collection of universe-destroying weapons.
Yeah, and he had to pick up some side characters. They had to have an excuse to go get Bassander back in the picture, and Cielcin.
Ruocchio gets to the last book. He's like, motherfuck, I got no characters left.
He's like, oh God, I got to fix these plot holes. How do they get back on the ship?
Lorian, please come back.
Actually, my least favorite part, besides Alexander, just his personality itself, was the description of Alexander. I don't recall. This was a true Ruocchio sentence in the worst of ways. Tall was he as any lord of men should be, and hard, cold, and remote as distant suns.
Wow. You got to take the rhyme out, right?
I know.
If you write a sentence that accidentally rhymes, I think you have to revise it. Not to be all creative writing 101 on you.
Oh man! But on the flip side, my day was made when Cassandra called him a peacock. That made me happy. Yes,
I did like that. I like Cassandra and Adrian having their little asides about the bitchy prince. That's the best. Before I forget,
we get the Nipponese section. I had to throw that in there before I forgot.
Oh, notice me, senpai. Wait, so we talked about this separately. You plugged the Nipponese emperor's words into Translate, right?
I did. I threw it in some Chat GPT. Let me see if I can pull it up. It was really like banal. It was really, oh God, I put like a work internship project in here. Okay, here we go.
Here are our plans for Q4.
Yeah, it's an entire section written in Romaji, the Latin alphabet representation of Japanese sounds, meant to sound like formal Japanese spoken by an emperor, a rough translation. We have also received aid from the extrasolarians. This thing called Minos, was it not built to transmit further for the enemy's sake, an invisible secondary network beyond our sight? So
my theory is that Ruocchio did not use translator ChatGPT. He actually learned this.
Because that seems like something he would do. 5 years. Yeah.
Sorry, Shadows Upon Time has been delayed yet again. He is learning a Latinate translation of Japanese for 3 sentences.
That's what George R. R. Martin's been doing.
He's very referential, right? A lot of Easter eggs in here. Mm-hmm. Did you catch the U2 reference?
No, tell me.
I always said you were a sword without a handle. I say you're nothing but the edge.
Oh, so I remember reading that sentence and being like, huh, that's like very specific language. So that's a U2 lyric?
No, now you just fucked my intentionally horrible joke. Their guitarist is named The Edge.
I'm sorry. I was just being so wholesome.
I want to run. Have I told you my theory that U2 doesn't have any fans? It's observably not true, but boy made a one. Show me one.
Was U2 the one where the guy cheated? They cheated on their partners together at the concert recently?
No, that was Coldplay.
Oh, same thing. Same
deal. Now, U2 they were the ones who preloaded their album on like every iPhone.
Oh my God, my iTunes. It's like, you have one new song. Thank you.
Do you remember the era when like Bluetooth would autoplay the first song on your iTunes so everyone heard A-Punk every time they started their car?
Actually, and then they would hear like the Untitled Number song that you had, like ripped from a Dat Piff mixtape. That was actually what it was.
#_num Linkin Park .virus.
Kid Cudi unreleased album number 3.
Man, did Kid Cudi suck, or were we just 12?
No, we were just 12. God, I remember sneaking out on Colton's fishing boat to smoke weed and play the new Kid Cudi album before school, and that was the best. That was the best day of my life.
Man, there's nothing like the relationship between a freshman and Kid Cudi in 2007. Shadows
amazing.
Upon Time.
Yep.
Sun Eater.
So basically, I don't know how you felt about the whole war council here, but it wasn't super interesting to me.
Kind of didn't care.
He was like, hey, I located the Cielcin. This is where I think they're going. Who wants to come with? And they're all like, you are a band of freaks and you're still very much wanted.
All right, I got 3 Cielcin, a bunch of bird boys, and a crippled old man. Who's coming?
I also have 8 million nuclear weapons.
I've got a demon ship that is ready to go.
He gets 2 hands up, though. He gets Basander and the Tavrosi, of all people.
Well, I bet he wishes he left the Tavrosi behind. Turns out all Tavrosi,
but they wish.
Kind of shitty. I mean, rest in peace, Falco, of course. I mean, I found the plan interesting. Like, what they came up with as the actual mission, I thought was really cool, which was
100%.
Go blow up Darantun.
Yeah, all I want to do is see the Demiurge shoot space weapons. That's everything I'm looking forward to right now.
Yeah, once you've introduced space weapons, you can't take them off page again. You've opened...
No, I need more.
Dude, what was it? Schrodinger's box and Pandora's cat or some shit?
Yeah. If I don't get a description of all 72 Archontic weapons, I am going to write angry fan mail.
I wonder if there's like in the appendix at the end of the book, if there's a description of every weapon.
I hope. I don't want to look because I don't want to spoil it.
If he went balls to the wall and described 72 weapons, that will truly change my opinion of the book for the better.
Yeah, I think it'll bump whatever my final rating of this book is. It'll bump it up a tier if he does.
It'll go from Intis to Homunculus.
Little vat baby.
Okay. Well,
speaking of vat babies.
Wait, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about?
I was going to say, for all the war counseling and shit, the plan that they ended up with was very simple, which is, we think Darantun is over there. Let's go look and maybe blow it up.
And if it's not there, then we'll go blow it up somewhere else. That's pretty much the whole plan.
It was pretty funny because, I mean, it makes sense. There's no way to know, but they're like, it's probably in this part of the galaxy. We'll go check. But you got to spend a few years in transit.
And I do like, I mean, it's truly a win-win for everybody who isn't Hadrian. He's like, look, I'm taking all the risk. I'm flying out there. I'm going to try to blow it up. You can just keep doing whatever the hell you're doing.
Alexander, you stay back.
And he does.
Okay, so we arrive in orbit of planet Danu?
With Celine. Don't gloss over the romance of the century.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, we had a little red rising where the reveal is set up in the immediately preceding chapter technique.
Yes.
Because he goes to see Celine. They have a ridiculously melodramatic love me, Hadrian. No. Duty calls.
It's
What's happened to the
cheesy
writing in this book,
so
by the way?
I forget maybe that was like chapter 27. It's the initial dialogue with him and Celine. I remember texting you. I was pretty frustrated with the writing there. It was like ellipses heavy. It was really cheesy.
Yeah. It's like, become really unsubtle in places where it's just like leaning into these like, I must save the galaxy for the good of the galaxy type pronouncements, which he hasn't really done in the past, except when it's like urbane.
Right.
But That was funny.
I shall become a god.
Which also, record scratch, we get an I shall become a god again in this section, which I really liked. Really liked.
I was so happy about it.
But yeah,
I can't wait for
also,
audiobook listeners to get there.
Listeners, correct us if I'm wrong. I don't think he used ellipses this much in dialogue in the past. It's really strange to see so much of it, and it's feeling like a little fucking Court of Thorns and Roses-y, which is never something I would accuse Ruocchio of in the previous books.
I know there's a lot of like ... or so I thought, or like ... or nearly my last, like to end paragraphs, and I got a little frustrated with like the purposeful foreshadowing and cheesy combo all at once.
Yeah. It's not like that big of a complaint, really, but there are moments where it actually has felt like a little bit of a step back in writing quality, whereas I think up until now it's felt sort of more and more solid as we've gone along. Like, obviously he writes a great sentence, but just, I think, broader view, this has been a little shakier. But anyways, after Melodrama Romance Fest, we see one of these Centurion Knights with the mirror armor. Really cool. Shout out Black Prism.
So cool.
And then a very hilarious entry by... Oh, wait, hold on. Have you noticed that a couple times he says Celine's name has 3 syllables?
Cellini.
Okay, well, that one could be it.
What do we think? Where else would the extra syllable be? Selena.
I think it's Cellini. Kind of like that.
I think it's Cellini.
Cellini. Okay, well, Cellini does end up sneaking her way onto the ship and almost getting disemboweled by a bird boy.
Oh my God, these bird boys maybe had the worst run in the last 2 books of anyone.
Yeah, they got to hire a crisis management firm because my opinion of the birdos has dropped a little bit.
Poor guys.
They're only 5
but she's on the ship. They're making out, and they get to Danu, and they're like, "Oh shit, the Cielcin are here."
Yeah, not Darantune,
not Darantune,
but
other Darons.
But I tell you, one world ship blows up just as well as another.
Dude, I could read him blowing up world ships all day. I gotta say,
this I feel like this is his God-given talent.
I want to hear him describe the demiurge and blow up things with Archontic weapons. Like, this makes me happier than I thought it would.
Yeah, no, this stuff continues to be amazing, and also, we know how the series ends, and we're going to get the biggest space weapon of them all. So I can't wait. Okay.
Can you imagine if he edges us at the end and he just flashes forward to him on like Colchis, like writing his memoirs, and he's like, and everyone knows how it happened from here.
Or if he's like, oh, you thought I literally meant a son. It was a son of the mind. That is going to be one of my fan fiction ideas. Is he wakes up and he's still on a mesh. He's like, I just had the craziest dream. And he's like,
Cat just got really fucked up on shrooms.
Man, there was some weird fungus on that fish we had out of the gutter. I thought I blew up a sun. Anyways, back to being homeless.
Back to the Colosso.
Crispin comes and slaps him around. Okay, well, we get a real trolley car dilemma thing. Actually, I don't even know if it's that, but they're deciding whether they should kind of eviscerate this fleet and also blow up Danu and its potentially millions of people. However, that ends up not mattering because they receive a transmission from people on the ground, and we learn that there are 3,000 people down there. And I guess 3,000 moves the needle, but millions doesn't. What am I missing here?
Catholicism.
Really?
I mean, so he starts full on calling Edouard a Catholic. It's not even like museum Catholic at this point. He's like, the Catholic made the argument. And he basically like convinces Cassandra and Celine to tell him what to do.
Yeah.
But I think there's also this like, I don't know. He kind of doesn't make a decision about it in the end, to be fair. Like, he's like, well, this is a good excuse for me to go down there because I'm going to bait the Cielcin in and blow myself
Yeah.
up. So it's like, he almost doesn't make the trolley car decision in that moment. He just chooses to be a suicide bomber.
Yeah, I think that's probably the better answer. The only other thing that I was thinking, and this wasn't really in the text, was that like getting the transmission made the human lives feel a little bit more real and sort of change this, because it's easy to talk about like destroying that in the abstract, but when you actually hear the distress call, it's a lot harder to make.
That's why there's been crazy proposals from like moral philosophers about the nuclear codes in the presidency after World War II. Like, there was one famous one that was like, you want a human volunteer to have the codes like inside their body, basically.
Oh my God.
And so the president has to like take a human life to get them out.
Yeah. That's like, I was being a little bit, I don't know, reactionary, trying to get a rise out of people. But like, after my one glorious summer of defending the innocent and working in the public defender's office, I really was on the, if someone's going to seek the death penalty, like a prosecutor, they should have to do it themselves. I know that's a real Ned Stark take, but like, I mean, I still do think that there's something to that, because again, it's one thing to be like, yeah, death penalty, do it. But like for the fucking lawyers, like in suits who are actually pursuing that, they don't have to see it or really even think about it because they've memory hold it. But like, if you're going to sentence someone to death, you should be willing to do it yourself if you really believe it, but not just some fucking guard at a prison. Like,
and not to get too libcuck on it, but it makes me scared about drone warfare, that people are like 2,000 miles away on Xbox controllers dropping bombs on people.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this book delves into quite a bit of this once we get to like the scale of destruction we're talking about. I guess it sort of already is.
And it is, having a bunch of people who look like Switch all of a sudden make an impassioned plea does switch it up a little bit for him.
There's nothing like 3,000 gingers to soften the heart.
3,000 bastard gingers.
Oh, yeah, well, that was an interesting lore drop. Yeah, they are occupy a lower place in society because they're like perceived as imperial bastards.
Yeah, pretty wild.
That's not very nice to Switch. Rest in peace.
No, it isn't. Also, they're really ungrateful to be rescued, just like the Emperor was on that other planet.
But I think they were skeptical. I know that they weren't that grateful.
But like your planet, there's like lava spewing from the cracks of your planet as the Cielcin warships fall onto it. Like, just take what you can get, man.
I know they talked about this before, but it hadn't like quite hit home for me. The like the gravitational effects of introducing all these Cielcin world ships into orbit. It just like yanks a planet apart. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it's like they've learned they don't have to actually fire on the planet anymore if they just chill for a couple hours.
But it doesn't hurt the world ships.
No.
I don't know. Let's talk to a physicist.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. We need someone smarter than us for that.
Yeah. We're talking about getting a physicist on our next episode, by the way. So
we do know a few astrophysicists.
Oh wow, you actually know an astrophysicist.
I've interviewed an astrophysicist on a podcast.
Wow. And I know one from undergrad who quite literally studies black holes. So maybe we'll get her on.
Because I got to understand, if the dark light cannon, which uses dark energy to locally accelerate a region of space-time, creating a beam without mass that warps what it passes through. I got to know if I can pull that off.
I feel like if we had a physicist and Ruocchio in the same room and the physicist was like, this is ridiculous, Ruocchio would be like, actually, no, it is plausible. I've read about it. That's a cynical take on Ruocchio.
He starts talking in Japanese.
The fact that you do not speak a Latinate translation of Japanese is disqualifying, in my opinion.
Chotto mate.
Beep! Editing that out. Okay, where do we go from here? So we went to the ungrateful Switch Imperial bastards.
Basically the planet fight. I mean, he gets down there and they start shipping off the redheads, but
cosmic sword warfare.
Cosmic sword warfare. Doriaika in the flesh.
Did you read the second Wheel of Time book?
Yes,
Do you remember the sword fight in the sky?
I do.
Really reminded me of that, which is one of my favorite moments of the Wheel of Time.
Yeah,
Just a
this
real,
was
where are they? What's going on? Kind of badass cosmic sword fight.
yeah, this was really interesting. I mean, like, there's a lot to break down in this entire fight, but the I think the one that stuck with me, the line was like, um, the universe was sloshing around their feet as they
Yeah.
fought. Like, just a really cool, like, the planet, they're stepping on the planets, they're like jogging across the universe.
It's
It was really
crazy to
sweet.
think back to like Ashes of Man, where Hadrian reaches kind of across space and smashes the windshield in the spaceship, to how, like, to where we are now, and like the
Hmm.
crazy movement across time and space that we're getting. Like when Doriaka shows up at the end of the last book and this, like, things have really progressed.
You remember when he used to just drop his sword everywhere? And that was like the deciding factor of fights, is whether he would
Yeah.
drop his high matter lightsaber.
Yeah. Now
Yeah, we're different now.
we're wading through the quantum foam.
Yeah, this was another good line from it. The gleam of our blades flashed upon the ice as we slid across potentials.
Oh yeah, that was a good line. That was a good
That's a
line.
sick line.
It really
Um,
it's evocative.
but it's a pretty crazy fight. I mean, Doriaika is apparently like pretty much fully Mudinar, the Watcher at this point. Like,
Yeah. I
he
love
can
the
hold
like
high matter in his hands and stuff. He's freaky
I
deaky.
love the heavy metal ass descriptions of his like skin splitting because it's
Hmm.
starting to stone and he's bleeding and stuff. Um Yet again, more great creepy monster Ruocchio stuff.
Okay, I have a question for you. This is just back to the everything is really the Matrix conversation. Is Doriaika like a true red pillar? Like, he understands the universe is an illusion and like made by the gods, and he wants to destroy it and break free.
So he's the one. He's Neo.
He's no, yeah, he's Neo,
Yeah.
and
And then
Hadrian is blue pilled.
Hadrian's blue pilled and he's like, it's a machine, but it's our machine, god damn it. And I like it here. And my daughter lives here
Yeah,
and the birdos. Well, yeah. It's a flip on the theme.
it's a
I
take.
kind of
It's interesting.
I mean, this is where the whole religious backdrop, I think, works for me, because that does
Mm,
feel like something that, I don't know. It's the whole free will thing, and like, how do you find meaning in this
yeah,
thing where the ending is known and it's all been made, and you might feel like an automaton or whatever, but there are ways to find value in it. Not like our personal
journey
experience, but
before
I'm sure other people.
destination.
It really all comes back to that in the
That's it. That's
Cielcin.
all you need.
Yeah. So
Oh
I
man.
found the fight extremely confusing. Was I
I
very
found it
sleepy when I read
epic
it?
but
Yes.
confusing.
Yeah. I should
It
have,
was
I mean,
epic, but it was
frankly, should have read it again. And we got
equally.
the whole fake out death with Cassandra. I
Mhm.
think I just been hyper fixated on fake out deaths in fiction, and they've started to
Huh.
become a real bugaboo for me. I'm tired
Yeah,
of people fake dying.
this was a weird one. Like, I reread it and I still couldn't really figure out where the catch was, and then they never circled back to it. Which, don't handhold me or anything, but basically, like, Cassandra blows up the ship, the rescue ships all blow up. He goes through his
Yeah.
whole lightsaber fight, and then she just pops back in mid fight, and it was all
With
an
a critical
illusion.
block.
Yeah, but like, if it was an illusion, what does that mean for their actual ability to traverse space time? Like, was that all fake? I don't know.
No clue. I wonder if this will
You
be
got
clearer
me.
if we reread this, after having finished the book, if
Probably
this is
later
going to
on.
seem
Yeah.
a lot more sensical. Um,
But I do
but
know Ushara still wants him.
Ushara still wants him and makes him a fascinating deal, I thought, which was, I'll take out Mudnar and wait, what's Sirianni's new name? I don't want a dead name. It.
I don't know. I don't even remember his
Eolu
name.
or whatever.
Just like Shemayu or some shit like that. I
Okay,
don't know.
it's not that. Anyways,
Whatever.
Ushara. Is it Usharu or Ushara? Usharu.
Ushara.
Okay.
No, it isn't. I'm gonna go ahead and go control F that real quick.
We do have a good show. I always knew we did.
We are known for our details.
Like we can hear
Ushara.
you typing.
I was right.
Oh, okay. Because it's actually a boy, though. We keep getting tricked.
It's whatever it wants to be in the moment. I
thought the take was like it's a boy, but it becomes a sexy lady as it sees fit.
Yeah, it's brother.
Why does it have to be either?
Whatever it is.
Like it's just pure energy.
Yeah, it manifests whatever it wants to.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anyways,
Ragama was a child.
It makes Hadrian a deal that I imagine it was not probably going to offer if he I think he probably would have taken the deal back if Hadrian had accepted. I don't know that they respect a good bargain.
No, I don't think they're playing fair.
Well, we do have a contract, and we have liquidated damages, Ushara. So you better not test me.
But it is a pretty enticing deal. I mean, kill your enemy, have my babies.
Pretty badass deal. Yeah. I mean, the babies, say less. But I think where all this goes is that Cassandra down on planet with Papa Had, little mouse, and Hadrian was kind of willing to just blow himself up. And maybe that would have been the right call, but I think with Cassandra there, a little too much.
I don't think it's the right call because everything we know about this weapon is that it takes a little bit of time to calibrate. And it seems like the Watchers can just pop in and out wherever they please.
Yeah.
So I think there's got to be something more to keep them locked.
Not the time
in.
To take the imperfect shot that we were warned about over and over and over.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I feel you.
But he does lay a trap for them, which I thought was clever. Like, basically yelling about Gadadin and how they're going to get back there.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
That was smart.
Yeah, I mean, the stage is extremely set for sun-eating time. So,
yeah, the Watchers are scary, dude. They keep fucking things up. Oh my god.
This sequence went on a lot longer than I thought because ultimately they get off planet, but that's not really enough to get away from Ushara. Before I forget, because we're going to talk about the whole Ushara possessing everyone on the ship thing. Mm-hmm. We do get a report that Ushara showed up in space and started breaking ships in half with its hands. Fucking insane. / I kind of wish we'd seen that just like from Hadrian's POV.
Oh, so cool.
It sounded unbelievable.
It was so cool. I love it. Imagine the constellations just coming alive and smacking you.
Like a drone show?
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, that was really cool and pretty frightening. And just like I mean, my goodness, nowhere feels really that safe, even though they've got the impossible geometries of the demiurge kind of protecting them. Doesn't feel good.
No, the fact, this is like maybe top 3, like truly scary, creepy scenes in the whole series for me.
Yeah, the whole possession plot.
Yeah, I feel like the first reveal of the Psalms with the painted man was freaky.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
This felt similar to that, where people are speaking in unison, like they have the creepy smile. Basically, they all turn into Cielcin, which is the new theme.
Yeah, we have to talk about that. Or should we talk about that now?
Basically,
yeah.
I mean,
Hadrian.
Well,
okay, so first of all, I don't like being right all the time. It's a burden more than anything. But for
what's that? Is that vindication coming through my ear?
Is that our haters apologizing for us saying that it felt weird that there was a race of 10 billion evil aliens who couldn't be redeemed because they didn't have a word for gift, which it's been pointed out over and over that that's not actually the case. Yeah. as it turns out, Hadrian starts theorizing that the Cielcin might have just been straight polluted by the Watchers all along, which, I mean, another thing looking back, we probably could have theorized that because the whole death cult thing they had going on in Kingdoms of Death.
Well, it's fair. We didn't know what a Watcher was till 800 pages ago, but
yeah, we were babies. All we'd seen is one skull. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's sort of what we've been talking about. It just felt so strange to say that these things were like from the bone evil. I mean, there'd been a lot of writing to suggest that they were. Like, I mean, all the shit Hadrian talked about them being like primitive beings that couldn't build anything or whatever was just a little damning for the Cielcin. But it definitely seems like we are marching towards a more complex view of the Cielcin. And should we just talk about baby now because we're on the theme? Or do you want to say baby?
We get to baby. I mean, I'm a Cielcin apologist now because 5 minutes of Ushara caused humans and birdos and whoever else was around to turn into the most despicable creatures that have ever lived. And 10,000 years of Ushara, and Doriaika's still out here quoting Shakespeare, you know? Like, they're tougher than the humans. I got to give them some credit.
Yeah,
Ramananthu's the new hero of the story.
Ride or die.
He can change. He can change. And he can also get his whatever you call his assistant pregnant.
And old habits die hard. He does have a weird sense of justice and hierarchy, which can be tough to blend into society, I would say.
Yeah, we're gonna gloss over his ruthless murder of 3 birdos.
Listen, everyone makes mistakes. Okay, don't throw stones if you live in a glass house.
They're insulting Hadrian. What are you gonna do?
How dare you tell the Cielcin to go downstairs? They should. The birdos should have known they were playing the fire. That was more tedious than Alexander. I'm gonna throw this out there right now.
The Birdo justice arc.
The whole we must have justice. And it was never, why was it never brought up? It's like, hi, we live in 10 billion AD. We don't just fucking murder people. Like we have developed better systems of justice than an eye for an eye.
Because
and
there's
birdos
also
get in line.
They're in a military ship. There should be some military martial precedent of, law. Like there should be a brig. I don't know. Like this is all standard.
Yeah, you have to enforce our justice system as we see it. We are the birdos. No, it's fucking so stupid. And Hadrian should have pointed that out.
Well, what's funny is that there's no real conclusion. Hadrian just starts speaking fluent birdo. And then they're all like, oh my God,
is risen.
Whatever.
Yeah. God, see, now is when we need Cassandra's POV more than ever. And then my Abba started making a beautiful twittering sound. It was clucking.
Guttural clucking. At least he didn't beclown himself, you know.
You have beclowned yourself, sir. Oh, can we go to... Okay, let's go to Stupid Corner. Okay, you have beclowned yourself, I think is incredible. I will be saying that now. Second, there's a character named Watts. Who is he? No fucking clue. But he's on the ship, and every time they explain one of the weapons, he's like, but that's impossible. Matter cannot be destroyed.
He served the same purpose as Jadian Hadrian at the beginning of the book, who was like, that has to be a lie. That couldn't have happened.
Oh, yeah. Oh, preposterous.
Inconceivable.
Inconceivable. Yeah, I love Watts. Bring him around more, please. Did he say this before or after they exploded 10 worldships? I think it was after.
I think it's after. It's like, bro, I
think it's
saw
after.
What we just did.
I think your sense of what's possible should be open for adjustment after you've seen that.
Also, if you saw the Watcher in space ripping ships apart with her hands, maybe.
Yeah. The universe is not what you thought it was.
Dude, there's some good lines. I gotta say, I mentioned a couple of the bad lines, but there's some good lines. Also nested in here is his debrief with Cielcin, who Ushara also tried to hook up with. in the form of a man.
Couldn't blame her.
But Hadrian's basically like, yeah, is it weird? Like, do you still, is this still what you wanted? And she's like, I used to dream about this. It's a nightmare, and neither one of us is ever getting up. And I thought that was a hardcore line to say.
I actually thought it was really interesting hearing about her experience with Ushara and how she was like holding a knife. That was horrifying. My goodness.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So, well, I was going to say like, good for her. Well, I like seeing her come into her own a little bit and not just be a lovesick puppy for Hadrian.
Yes.
So you got to think she's got some spine.
Yeah, she's becoming more nuanced. I appreciate her more. Just when they write the like, oh, don't leave me, Hadrian. I don't like those.
I must, behind fair maiden, I must slay a dragon.
But back to our Cielcin theory.
Can I give you more trivia before I forget?
Oh, hell yeah. I need it.
Did you catch the Grateful Dead reference? He was Hadrian, chapter 28, Pluto and Proserpine. There we go. Was wearing a pin to hold his cape in place. It was Valka's pin, and it says, the pin that held it on my shoulder was of silver, fashioned in the likeness of a skull, crowned with little roses. Folks, that's Bertha. That's Grateful Dead lore. And
wow.
I add that to the list of questions. Ruocchio, was Valka on the bus? Was she a deadhead? She doesn't have the vibe.
I don't know if I could see Ruocchio as a jam bander.
Definitely not.
What do you think his favorite band is?
His?
Yeah.
You too.
No, it isn't.
No, I'm kind of thinking it is.
It's Muse.
No. Maybe. We're Muse defenders, right?
Yeah, I'm a Muse. I
actually found out Kathy's first concert was Muse, and she just went with one friend.
Wow. What was your first concert ever?
That I went to of my own volition?
Yeah. Not like as a wee child, but as a...
First one that I went to of my own volition, I think this has been brought up on the show before. I was only allowed to listen to Christian music for a long time. It was Switchfoot, baby. The best rock and roll band. I think we talked about this because the opener was the format. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All been covered. What was yours?
Jason Mraz and Willie Nelson.
Oh, okay. We have very much talked about this.
The best double billing in history.
Yep. Okay. Let's move on.
Anyway.
Nature v. nurture. Should we wrap this up before we get to all the killing?
Is there any killing?
Isn't Cielcin life a beautiful thing? You make sure you assess. See a beautiful blood-sucking baby come into the world. Wonder in its eyes, so much to learn.
A beautiful blood-drinking lamprey baby in a black embryotic sac.
That's so cute.
Dude, it is hard. Okay, it's hard to love Ramananthu the way I do when he is the worst, like, hospital room father of all time. The baby's born. He could give two shits about Autumno or whatever the other person's name is. And he just looks at Hadrian. He's like, "Shall I kill it?"
Tell me, God, man. So I think we're both in alignment here that the way this is going is Hadrian raises a Cielcin, and it's not a fucked up people eater. It's just like a friendly guy.
The whole argument here is going to be that without the influence of the Watchers, a Cielcin can be born pure and can remain pure.
It can read Dante and Virgil just like the rest of us.
Yeah, and not turn into Karn Sagara.
First Catholic Cielcin. That's huge. I
really hope he baptizes us fucking
and also with you, Ashara.
This was actually a helpful scene, even though it was gross, because we had been reminded of what a Cielcin birth looks like, but I still had it in my head that they were born like orcs in Lord of the Rings. Like that they were like they were like mined out of the side of rock. Yeah, a little slime. slime buckets.
It feels weird now to go back to the planet, to the ship being possessed, because we're just so out of sequence, but we got to talk about it. So you liked this whole sequence?
It was exciting. It was really confusing. Like, it was really hard to keep track of what was happening, where everybody was. But it was very vivid in awful ways. Like, some of the most gruesome writing, gory writing of the entire series.
The TV version of this scene, I think, would be killer. It just dragged a tiny bit for me, and I sort of felt like it wasn't going to matter in the end.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up, because I've had this growing feeling this whole section that none of this matters, because we know he's going to go blow up a sun. And so it's really hard for me to get invested in these sequences.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't
it's
really
rarely
care.
felt like that in this series, right? Like, we've always known
but we're
the
getting
ending,
so close.
I know.
We're getting
now
so
it's
it's so tangible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't want to gloss
it's
over.
It's just a little background feeling that I have to name.
Yeah. I will say, seeing Cassandra get possessed was pretty riveting, pretty horrifying.
The children being possessed was riveting and horrifying. The sexual assault sequence was like really horrifying.
Awful.
I hated it. He wrote scary and creepy really well. Like, I very much felt in the horror movie here.
Always has. It's a gift.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Cassandra one, I was convinced she was going to die this whole time.
Yeah. I wasn't convinced she was going to make it off planet. Like, I was pretty...
Right.
I know I was talking about fake out deaths, but he did put the seed of doubt in my mind. And then I think something we really haven't seen much, I know Hadrian's died twice in this series, but like, she fucking tricks him and gets the high matter blade behind him and makes a tasty Marlow kebab of both of them.
And he didn't see it coming. Turns out he can die.
That's how you get him. That's how you get him.
Yep.
Unless
Surprise.
You have a medical goo pod right nearby.
Full of nanobots.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Shout out Big Hero 6, the best movie ever made.
Is that San Francisco?
San Francisco, and they invent nanobots.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, all's well that ends well. Except for
except for a bunch of people might
3,000. And a bunch of people might be permanently possessed by Ushara, so they're just in fugue for now.
You know who was the luckiest in all of it was the one switch relative, I forget the leader's name, who was blinded in the explosion. He's probably the one who's happiest.
Yeah. And he loves our boy Hadrian.
And he's like, yo, can I just live on the demiurge? Can we just chill here?
This place is nice. You got a freeze of guys getting jacked off. I kind of love this.
I got it. Dude, I got to say, though, I think I'm with that choice.
Why not here? It's the safest
place. Why not here?
Well, okay, maybe it's not.
It's not really that. So there's always things happening.
The Watchers are actively looking for it. But regardless, I see what he means.
Yeah, I support the choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a crazy sequence. And I do enjoy the kind of post-battle debrief with Celine and everybody else about just like how scary it was to be possessed.
And what I thought was a pretty fascinating conversation with Cielcin changed from either Washington, D.C. or Egypt.
Coming straight to you from the pyramids of the District of Columbia.
Yeah, I used to worship at the house of the Prophet Nut.
Me and Nut used to go back.
I used to worship Nut.
Used to smoke weed with Johnny Hopkins at the house of Nut.
Yeah. I had to put my whole life to Nut.
Here Soon Changed, also known as Hereward Mott, is really old.
Very old.
He knows the Chantry origin story.
Oh, yeah. So, dude, speaking of Mission Impossible, this is mask under a mask under a mask. So I guess the Chantry predate the Empire, and they were founded by a shadowy organization known as the Order. Whoa.
Are we gonna get anything on this? Like, I'm looking at this book. I'm like, we got 50% left. We're not on our way to Earth.
We got 0.5 of a book left, and we're now finding out the nature of the Chantry, who have been grossly underdeveloped and very annoying for the whole series.
Where is this going to come in? Like, this could be one of the biggest disappointments for me of the series, is not just having this thread untold.
Every lore drop at this point is going to be like, and surprise, the Watchers were behind it the whole time.
Well, and
is that what it's going to be, like, dude? The head of the fucking Chantry is a Watcher? I'm going to spit if that's the case.
No, it can't be, because like they have the whole thing in here that Karn has like fought the Watchers for centuries with the secret Chantry and stuff. Like, there's no shot. But
there are two consequential beings in the universe. It's Karn and the Watchers, and they've been behind basically everything.
I mean, that's kind of what this story that he tells seems like.
Yeah.
Karn's more of a badass than we thought. He's like, here soon is like he's fed Watchers into a black hole. He's gutted them through a star or something. Yeah. Like, oh my God.
And he ends up retreating to Vergassos because he's like, well, we're not winning this one. We can't kill this many gods. So let's hang out here.
Which is an interesting, I mean, you brought this up as one of your predictions that Hadrian, by blowing up a sun, may kill several or many of the Watchers, but it's not solving the existential problem here.
Yeah. No. We must remain ever vigilant.
What if Hadrian is Karn?
Oh, when his ship crashed in book 1, he gets body snatched by Karn?
What if he walks too far back through space-time and starts over as Karn?
Oh my God.
And that's why he has so much fun quoting literature at himself.
Feminist literature books. Well, let's hope that's not the case. But yeah, I quite enjoyed this conversation. And so Cielcin changed pretty dead set on becoming a Americani demon himself and makes Hadrian an offer. I shall become a god. You shall become the emperor.
It's not as good.
Yin and yang.
He really could have benefited from knowing some of the other offers Hadrian's already gotten.
I had a sexy god make out with me, and you're a freak in a tank. You think I'm swayed by this? You're a freak in a tank who will almost certainly kill me the moment you can.
It was funny, though. I actually really like this character. I'm glad that we have him.
I turned down the Countess of Amesh, motherfucker.
Still a bad move, in my opinion.
Still his best offer, and he would have been most happy if he'd done that.
I think so.
Yeah. I feel like we're missing something with here.
Volca's spice traders or whatever on that one world.
Oh, yeah, when they become tradesmen. Yeah.
You think we're missing something? You think he he wants to become a new brethren.
I feel like they're important nuggets that were dropped that we didn't get. But I think we covered it, right? Like, this guy was around actually on Earth, either in Egypt or DC. We should reread and figure it out.
Right. There were pyramids.
And the Potomac?
The Potomac, but also Rome.
That makes me think Egypt. They're a little more proximate than DC and Rome.
But the Potomac was part of this.
It was. Is there a Potomac?
You know what?
God, I'm an idiot. Is there a Potomac in Egypt or just in DC?
I just know the one in DC. I used to go kayak on that thing.
Well, Alexandria, isn't that in Virginia?
That's where I was born.
You were born in Alexandria?
Not to dox myself even further on this podcast, but yes, I was.
Wow, you're from the DMV.
DMV, baby.
Go Ravens.
Yeehaw. I was also like, would it really matter whether it was DC or Egypt or Rome? Because assumedly at this point they had space travel figured out pretty well. They could probably pop over pretty quick to either of those cities.
Yeah, that was sort of my take. It was like, I don't know, wherever they were, it's kind of cool.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Yes. Refueling.
What about it?
The demiurge refuels by diving straight into a sun.
No. Okay. Yes. Yeah. I forgot about that. Well, let's hope we see it.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that was something I had not thought about. Was it Edward who brought it up? It's like, how's this fucker refuel? Oh yeah, because he doesn't. He also has nicknames for Orphan. He's like Gag and Malag or whatever.
It's Gog and Magog.
I like that. That's pretty good.
That was really. He's grown on me a lot.
Edward's great.
Well, Gog and Magog are like a biblical reference. Which I assumed you knew.
No, I'm a heathen.
Oh God!
All I
you gotta get your Catholic on.
Eat hot chip and lie.
But yes, there are figures from the Hebrew Bible and the New Testament who represent powerful hostile forces destined to fight against God's people in a final battle.
Well, that seems a little on the nose.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so let's wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
We're halfway through.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Well, I have an increasing amount of fun talking about everything I'm reading.
Every time we come to this pod, I'm like, I don't know about that. And then I have a great time. And I end up thinking I liked it.
Having a great time. I'm struggling with a couple of things. I'm struggling with some of the writing or like pacing, whatever, one of the two. I'm struggling a little bit with feeling like none of this matters till he blows up a sun, because he told us that on page 1 of like book 1. Yeah. And then I'm very excited to see how he pulls it all home. So I don't know. I'm more excited than I am upset about anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the bullet points of what's happened have been somehow a little more interesting than the experience of reading it. That said, like, some of the space pyrotechnics have been really, really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm
good on war councils. 7 books in, I'm good on war councils. I know we're going to get more, but like, I don't want them.
He's never been good at writing them, and I don't think that's going to change.
But dude, the Archontic weapons fuck me up.
I know. It's like the Archontic weapons are so good that I don't really care about the War Council, because that shit was incredible. So, it's like a guy who hits 60 home runs but also strikes out 200 times. You know?
Yeah.
We don't care.
Yeah,
You're here to hit bombs.
Big booty Cal Raleigh. Ruocchio is Cal Raleigh, baby. He's just hitting dingers.
He's taking swings and also really whiffing the ball, everyone. But you know what? I think that fans are going to be liking this thus far, is my prediction. Because, I mean, the pacing's been great. I think, like, this thing's cooking for a really fucking long book. Like, this is Way of Kings length, and it's been zipping.
Yeah. And fans don't buy tickets to watch ground balls, so.
Straight up. Also, I think, building on what we said in the first episode, for a book where Hadrian came out lusting for the blood of the infidels, there has been a lot more complexity than I thought, and I think that is really great. Like, all his questioning about what he has to do and the nature of the Cielcin and whether they can be redeemed, all that stuff is like stuff we've been asking for the whole series, and it doesn't necessarily feel too late. Like, it's just making the whole end feel a lot more interesting.
And I think your ultimate prediction that he has to like swap universes and sacrifice himself and stuff like that, like the bargains that he's getting offered are increasing in like their size and scope, and also how seriously he has to start thinking about some of these. Like he's getting to a point where it's like, do you want to save 1 million people or Cassandra? Like, he's getting some real trolley problems that are popping up. So
yeah,
I think we're gonna, sun blowing up is gonna feel very much, I don't know, Faustian bargain.
Yeah. And I feel like that's been alluded to. I mean, when he said it from the beginning, he is thought of as a villain. Not as a hero. So we'll see. Anywho, 2 more eps, and then we're done with Sun Eater. That's actually quite sad to say.
Yeah, till 2027 with the Mediterranean fantasy that we're going to start reading.
This guy can't stay away from Greece.
We're going.
Grace is the word,
Can't stop thinking
baby.
about the Roman Empire, baby. Let's go.
Simple man.
Yep.
So look forward to that,
Well,
because I promise you, if this show still exists, we are picking that up day one. Ooh, maybe
no
get an
doubt.
arc. Hold up.
Let's go. But
I'm kind of
yeah,
living arc life.
we'll be back with you as soon as we read another 250 to 300 pages. So I don't know, give us 4 or 5 days.
And this book's going to be out in 2 days from the date of this recording. Also my birthday. So if you want to tell me happy birthday, that'd be nice. So yeah, please tell us what you're thinking of the book. As of right now, we are the only 2 people we know who've read this book. So I'm just dying to like get everyone's responses to it. But I'm
because I've
expecting to be
avoided
positive.
all spoiler reviews because I don't want to spoil myself. So
Hell
truly
nah.
nobody. I'm in a pure bubble with just me and you.
After I got spoiled on Cielcin being Karn Sagara, I'm out on spoilers.
Stay away.
So anyways, we're looking forward to hearing from you and being able to experience all of this together for the last half of the book. I know some of you sickos are going to read this in like 2 days, so you'll probably be way ahead of us. But anywho, thanks for listening, and we'll see you on the other side of the sun blowing up.
Peace, nerds.
Okay, that was nice.